What up, y'all? What's happening? Today is Wednesday, July 15th, and these are my clones of our Tasty Genetics Round 2, aka our cereal edition. And good news, y'all. We have successful roots from some of these plants. You know what I'm saying? Including both of my apple fritter. And looking at this one, you got roots coming out the top. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one this is, but look at that. Yes, sir. So that's our plan. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transplant these into solo cups and continue to grow. There will be a little bit of shock to them at first, getting used to the air, being all trapped up in this clone dome for like a week and a half. But what I did was, so as you can see on the clone dome, I left just like a little fingertips worth of a hole so air could start coming through on both sides this morning. And I just started doing that because other than this morning, it was always closed up all the way like that. But this morning I gave them just a pinch of air. So they're kind of sort of used to the air, but now they're about to be full blown used to the air. So let's see which ones not really suffocate themselves, but stress out, and then see which ones don't. Let's get them transplanted. Go. All right, y'all. So we got 7 out of 12 successfully transplanted. It's been about a half hour, and the only real stress that I see is probably this leaf right here. It's kind of going down, but other than that, I mean, they took the transition like a champ, for sure. Yes, sir. Let me just go through the successful transplants real quick. So today is gonna be day 1 veg, or day 11 from clone. You know what I'm saying? You could count day 1 veg the day that you plant your clone into a solo cup, because clones are different than seedlings. They ready to go right away. You know what I'm saying? Like within a week's time, these gonna be like triple the size. So we got 2 Kush Mints, 2 apple fritters, 2 Pineapple Express, and 1 Porter Potty Piss. Alright, so our 2 Kush Mints are these 2 right here. Oops. These 2 right here. That's our 2 Kush Mints. Our 2 apple fritter is these 2 right here. Our Porter Potty Piss is this one. And these 2 are our 2 Pineapple Express. Now, we're still waiting on 2 Extreme OG. Well, both Extreme OG, both biodiesels, and 1 more Porter Potty Piss. You know what I'm saying? Because some plants, some clones are just slower to root than others, and some are bad cloners, meaning you might have a fire genetic that grows fire and grows fire bud, but as far as clones go, they don't like, you know what I'm saying, growing clones out for some reason. So we just got to go ahead and keep our eye on these for another couple days. But these are good to go. So worst case scenario, I still got 7 to go. Best case scenario, I'll be able to flower out 12 out of 12 of our cereal edition clones. Let's go. What up, y'all? Sunday, July 19th. You heard? In this grow. Our breeding project round 2 clone edition today they are in day number 14 from clone, or the last day of week 2 veg. And everybody's looking pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, we planted our last 5 clones from the clone dome. So a few days ago we did 7 of 12 right here. And then yesterday we did the last 8 of 12, or the 5 remaining ones, and they've all recovered. Well, because when it comes to cloning, it all has to do with that first 24 hours after you take it out the clone dome. If it makes it and it doesn't suffocate itself, then it'll make it. But if it doesn't make it throughout that first 24 hours, then you got a dead clone. Luckily, all these clones, hardly not one of them shriveled up, bro. So I'm like, wow, I'm excited for this round right here. I'm like, because the clones let you know a lot about the genetics. If the clones survive and barely shrivel up, then that lets you know that the genetics are strong. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So what we have in here, we have 2 Extreme OG, 2 Biodiesel, 2 Porta Potty Piss, 2 Apple Fritter, and 2 Pineapple Express. All looking good. We got fruit on our fig tree, also looking good. Looking great, actually. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Tasty figs, or the fruit of the gods. This one is starting to ripen a little bit too much, so perfect time to pluck it. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pluck that. Dang, hold on. It was overripe. Let me bust it open. Ooh, just straight strawberry jam inside. Hold on. Look at that. I got jam all over my hand. I got jam on my hand and I need to dance. I'm about to try that right now, bro. Got to. What does it taste like? What does that taste like, bro? I don't know. It tastes like a strawberry or something, or like strawberry jam or something, some kind of jam. But yeah, we looking good in here, y'all. My fig tree. All right, y'all. I'll give y'all an update next time. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Peace out, y'all. For the hope of the ungodly is like the dust that is blown away with the wind. No remembrance of, like a thin froth is driven away with the storm. But the righteous man and woman will live forevermore. Then shall righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of his such as afflicted him, and no account was made. When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear and amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, way farther than they look forward to while they were repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. They shall say, how was he numbered with most high saints? This was he we had in derision. a proverb reproach. And the wicked shall say, what had pride profited our bought us? All these things are passed away, like a shadow with time, as a ship that go over waves of water when it pass by. Neither the trace of pathways and waves and then sail out of sight. Judgment of wicked like JJ, cause it will be dynamite. But the righteous reward and care of them from the Most High. They shall receive a glorious kingdom and beautiful crown. Out hand the Most High in distance, you hear mighty shofar sound. His right hand shall cover them, stretched out arm for protection. His jealousy for complete armor any direction. Creature his weapon, put it on righteousness as a breastplate. True judgment helmet, holiness shield, sharpened sword, no mistake. The world shall fight with him against the unwise. The thunderbolts from the clouds come out of the sky, hit the target with hailstones full of wrath. In the water of the sea shall rage and attack. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them and blow them back. Thus iniquity and ill dealings, they waste the earth and mighty. Revelation 1:16, sharp sword, Messiah's mouth, no fighting. Alright y'all, as I'm cleaning up my tent number 2, you know what I'm saying? After a month of just a harvest and just not even caring about cleaning it up, I finally put it in my head to go ahead and clean this up for our next breeding project. Look what I found. Remember my cinnamon tree that I told y'all about? I had cut it right here at the stump. I'll say about a month, little over a month ago or so. I don't know what these beads are. I think these beads are whatever they fed the cinnamon prior to shipping it to me or whatever. But anyway, out of this stump grows this new cinnamon tree, y'all. I don't know how it was growing in a month of darkness in dry soil, but that's what's going on. No light. I mean, it was light from this tent, but it's hard for it to transfer to that tent. But anyway, so as I was uprooting it, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and plant this in a smaller container so we could go ahead and grow my cinnamon tree out again. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, out of all my plants I've ever grown in life, besides marijuana, this cinnamon tree was like the most beautiful one I've ever grown. I mean, the leaves are so big. I just love it. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and repot this, repurpose it. So I was digging around the edge of the root ball and it was so tough to get out, bro. I never had a root ball this tough to get out, but you could tell I was breaking sweats and all kind. But look at this root ball, bro. And I remember when I had first transplanted it, like sometime last year, it was like 2 worms growing up in there. I don't know what happened to them now. They probably been died off. But I remember it was 2 worms in there. I was like, how did 2 worms get up in there? And I ain't even put them in there. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and plant this cinnamon stump from this 5-gallon container. We're probably gonna put it like in a 2-gallon, like something like this, until it gets big enough. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, y'all. This is just magnificent. Let's go. All right, y'all. So this, like I showed y'all in previous videos, was the stump that I had cut originally right here. Right there. So it was that tall. But when I cut it, boom. A month later, look at all this new growth that was growing in the darkness. Wow. What up, y'all? Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. And our cereal edition clones. And as you can see, they're doing a little small increment growing, but it's not a lot and it's not what I like. But we'll rock with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe once I transplant them and put them in their final homes with some perlite, it'll give those roots enough room to stretch and grow and be happy. So today is day number 4 of week 3 veg, or day number 18 veg, day number 29 from clone. Today is feed day. I will be feeding them. They're nice and dried out, as you can see. So we will be feeding them a nice healthy blend of seaweed extract and fish and kelp meal. I was planning on making a compost tea for this feeding, but I forgot, so we got to do it not the next feeding but the feeding after next, because the next feeding is water only. Then the feeding after next we'll do a compost tea. My fig, I took those few fruits off of it, and she's already trying to produce more fruit for me. That's a brand new fig that came out of nowhere. That's another baby fig growing right there. Full of raspberry jam delight. I even see another one right there growing. Look like little mini watermelons. You know what I'm saying? Our most mature one is right there, right where my finger is, hiding just below that branch. But anyway, just wanted to update y'all. Yesterday I had bought this rosemary and transplanted her, and she just did not like the transplant whatsoever. She looks like she just caved in on herself. So I got to give her a good feeding, and hopefully she'll bounce back and thrive. But yeah, I bought this from the store yesterday when I was doing grocery shopping for like what, $3-4. So we're gonna go ahead and water her in. I didn't water her yet, so the soil's still dry. Hopefully that'll help. And our cinnamon tree is growing these new shoots that keep growing every day. Now I'm not sure if each one of these are their own individual cinnamon tree, or if this is just how it grows like in the beginning. I don't know. But if these are 4 individual cinnamon trees, I'm gonna have to probably cut 3 of them and just keep one stalk so it won't be competing. And that's about it. I know I haven't updated y'all in a minute, but clones, they're growing slowly but surely. And in the next couple weeks, it's still hot, it's still August, so I give it the next couple weeks. I'm gonna transplant them from here into here, y'all. Yes sir. We cleaned out the tent, got it nice and spiffy. You heard? This tent is super empty, but we do got our Pacific Seed Bank hat, rare hat. That's why I got it in a Ziploc baggie, because it's so rare and it's white. Don't want it to get dirty in this grow room. But where else you gonna find a Pacific Seed Bank hat from the actual site? You heard? Yes sir. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pacific Seed Bank, the whole team over there. And look at that. Ain't this just 90s nostalgia?
Joy, joy!
This is your old pal, Stinky Whizzleteats. This is a song about a whale. Joy, joy, joy. I don't think you're happy enough. Granddaddy of all liars. But you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me?
Don't that just make you want to grab a bowl of what y'all used to eat in the 90s? I know I used to eat Cookie Crisp. Don't that just make you want to grab a bowl of 90s nostalgia Cookie Crisp with some whole milk and sit in front of your tube TV and just watch all kind of fire throwback Nicktoons? What up, y'all? Today is Saturday, August the 8th, 2026. I'm tripping. In the cereal edition clones run. Today is day number 3 of week 4 veg, or day 24 veg. day 35 from clone. And I know this fan is going crazy on my, look at that. I didn't even notice that till I looked down. Let me turn that off real quick. Yeah, my fan was just going crazy. But anyway, yeah, today is day 3 of week 4 veg. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing with them this week or next week. I'm gonna just let them continue to grow. But then the following week after that, we will transplant them into their final homes and into their final tent as well. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, what up, y'all? Today is August the 13th. You know what I'm saying? At 12 noon. I know y'all wondering, Tasty Genetics, why you at home at 12 noon on a weekday? Shouldn't you be at work? Well, no. And the reason why is because I took a full week off. Yeah. Out of all my working, y'all, since I was 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? 22 years of hard working since 16. Ain't never, ever had the chance to be able to use PTO time, a whole week's worth of PTO, 40 hours exactly. And this job that I have right now, that I showed y'all in a couple updates back, you know what I'm saying, when I took that drug test and passed and got this job, they offered me all kind of PTO. So I say, huh? We gonna take advantage of that. Yeah. So, hey, y'all gotta go to work till this time next week. All praise to the Most High. Now, I'm kind of mad because I was supposed to go finally, after all this time, after all the money I've paid on my land taxes, I was supposed to rent a car and go to my land. But I can't do that this year because I have to tend to my plants, y'all. I can't leave my plants for a full 7 days and come back and expect them to be healthy and bright and fed. They're gonna be dried out. They're gonna be looking withered. They're gonna be looking like some real desert plants. So with that being said, I had to just stay this year. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, when you're a grower indoors, you can't do a lot of things past 4 days. You can't take a week vacation. You could take a 4-day, 3-day vacation, but you can't take no whole 7-day vacation. Who's gonna tend to the garden? I don't have no wife. I don't have no child. I don't have none of that. So it's all me. And if I'm not here, my plants die. So that's why, unfortunately, we have to just be here. I'm still gonna visit my land, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just not gonna take a full 7-day vacation to go visit it. August 13th. Today is day number 1 of week 5 veg, or day number 29 veg, day number 40 from clone for our clones, for our serial edition clones. Now, these clones are day 40 from clone. And I know y'all thinking, dang, them some small clones to be in day 40. Well, you're right. Mainly because, for one, I have my plants again all the way down here with this small little baby light. Now, since I'm off work for a full week, it gives me all kind of time in the garden. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transplant all my clones, not transplant, but I'm gonna move all my clones and the rest of my vegging plants from this small, I don't even know what this is. What is this, like a 2x2? A 2x2 tent all the way, let's move next door to our 4x4. You heard? We're gonna move them all in here. Instead of that little small light, we're gonna use our Big Daddy. Oh, I was drinking this. These are fire, y'all. These cappuccino smoothie type beverages. It tastes like chocolate milk with a coffee taste, but fire. All right, y'all. About a half hour later, and we got all our plants transplanted from that grow tent into this one. Yeah. For sure. We'll get into the plants in a minute. I just want to get into my decoration. You know what I'm saying? Because we already got the other room covered in magnets. I still got more magnets, but move some of those magnets to this room. Hold on. Just get a quick glance. Stratosphere. My favorite PlayStation of all time, the PS3. This rosemary, I gotta come in here. As you see, I got my alcohol and scissors. I gotta cut off all this dead growth because I had planted it. It was a hydroponic plant, so most of those roots never got used to the soil transition. So I'm gonna cut all this dead growth off and keep this alive growth, and then they'll just keep going from there. Like I told y'all, I'm trying to make sure that I keep my light between 2 to 2.5 feet from my plant at all times, no higher than that, because then we'll get fat, thick stems, and those fat, thick stems will be able to hold nice fat bud. We're not seeding these out this time. These are all the female version clones of the ones I got going on in the tent next door. So I know all these are females, and I know I have to train them extremely well if I want them to bud and give me nice yield. And we got some air plants too, y'all. What you know about an air plant? What you know about an air plant? Basically, an air plant is a plant that doesn't need to be planted. It survives off air. And you do have to water it still. So whenever I water my plants, I dip this one as well as the other one in whatever solution I'm about to water my plants with, and let them soak in that for a few minutes. And that's basically their nutrients right there. So I've had that for going on a year now, or both of those. And I love air plants. I had an air plant before, and they're like the most easiest plant to ever grow. And while I was digging around looking for decorations for this grow room, I came across this, bro. Woo-wee. I'm about to sharpen it down. I forgot I had this. This right here is a lethal weapon, y'all. It's a handheld knife, a fighting utensil. So you basically put it in between your fingers. It's poking out. You sharpen it down, make a fist, and somebody gonna have a bad day. You know what I'm talking about? All right, y'all, it's been a couple hours since the last update. And when I say, like, as a grower that's been growing over 10 years, I know weed front and back. It's to the point where I can self-evaluate myself and see what's going on instead of asking somebody else when it comes to the garden. I could self-diagnose problems, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, with that being said, look at how these plants have just transformed themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're all praying. Look at that. It's just beautiful, especially that one. I think that's biodiesel all the way back there. I ain't never seen these clones pray before. And that just goes to show you the power of this LED light compared to the one that was in there. That's that little cheap Chinese brand one right there that I got off eBay years ago. But that's just for starting off vegging plants until we could upgrade it to our Bloom Plus that I've been rocking with since I was sponsored by them. My Bloom Plus 3000, that's been going strong with me. I was sponsored by Bloom Plus back in 2020, and they threw me 2 lights. This light and the light in the other room, and I've been rocking with them ever since. Now, I was also sponsored by a Spider Farmer. That's what this tent comes from. And they gave me this tent, they gave me a grow light, they gave me everything, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm growing commercially. If you growing commercially, then I'll say rock with those big industrial Spider Farmer bar style LED grow lights. You know what I'm saying? I still kept this, not as proof, but just cause it's swag, bro. It's like what connected the bar LEDs. You know what I'm saying? I got rid of it though. It was like a $400 or $500 light, around that area. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all the quick update. Plants are praying, so that's an excellent sign that they are about to really take off and start growing. I did come in here and get to this rosemary like I told y'all. I chopped off all the dead leaves from it, and I also got this that I'll probably add as a garnish to a dish or something, probably today or tomorrow. But this was all the dead leaves that was attached to it that was probably preventing it from growing. And this is also edible, y'all. Even though these rosemary leaves are all dead, I could grind this up and have dry rosemary powder, or I could do anything with this. You know what I'm saying? Still got the benefits inside of it. But we went ahead and trimmed her up, and now she's ready to grow. Look at that. Nice and healthy. Let's go ahead and chop. Let me see, where are we gonna do it at? We'll do it right here. We'll do it right there. Boom. We'll just leave the top in there so it could be compost to the soil. But what that topping did was now it's gonna stop it temporarily from growing vertically, and it's gonna start growing more horizontally. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you need to do when you're growing trees indoors. You got to trim them down. Now thankfully my dwarf phenomenal fig is short, so I don't have to worry about cutting tops and all that. But I did it to this one, and matter of fact, let's go ahead and hit this one up. All right, our scissors are nice and re-sanitized. Let's go ahead and hit up our honey gold mandarin orange tree from Peru. I mean, the fruit is from Peru, not the actual tree. The tree is from here because I grew it in here. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I already gave this a topping before, and now it looks like it needs another one, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna go as low on this one because it's not as tall as that one, so we're probably just gonna get up into the first node, well, the top node, I mean. Let's get it right right there. All right, we're gonna get it right there. Perfect. There it is. All right, got them nice and top. Now they will grow vertically. Yes sir. Update looking good, plants looking good. I know y'all might be like, dang, that's a lot of wind on them, but they're getting used to it. And I'll get into the names whenever I transplant them. Not now, they're still in solo cups. I'm gonna keep them in solo cups probably another couple weeks till they get used to this light. Then I'll transplant them. Yes sir, what it do? Friday, August 14th. Sadly, no seed haul, but we do have some garden essentials like nutrients and soil amenities. Let's go ahead and bust these open. All right, y'all, we busted open the box. It wasn't a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was a big box, it wasn't too much, but I was running low on organic liquid fertilizers, so I went on ahead and ordered 2 gallons worth this time, so I don't have to keep picking up, you know what I'm saying? 1 gallon alone This will last me close to a year, a full gallon's worth. You know what I'm saying? Man, give or take, probably 6 months to a year. Definitely 6 months. But anyway, this is my go-to, because the plants, you gotta put them on a diet. You know what I'm saying? You want to give them something different every time. So what I want to do is switch it up. So one feeding, I'll give them seaweed extract. The next feeding will be water. The next feeding will be fish fertilizer. The next feeding will be water. The next feeding will be a compost tea. And then after that, we'll do another water and then start the process over. Boom, water, boom, water, compost tea, water, boom, water. You know what I'm saying? I like to switch it up, but this is some organic seaweed extract. This, I was at Walmart. If y'all saw my older videos, I was at Walmart, saw this, but it was only 1 quart. I bought it, fed it to my plants, and when I say they smelled so dank and grew so fast when I gave them this fish fertilizer, Alaska, that I say, you know what, let's go ahead and pick up a full gallon's worth. You know what I'm saying? 511 won't burn. 5 is nitrogen. 1 is phosphorus. And the other one is potassium. I was trying to see if it was potassium or phosphorus. It's one of the two. Growers know what I'm talking about. Ordinary people is like, what are you talking about? It's just 511. Anyway, fish fertilizer, you have to put when you picked it up, because it's always the first in is the first out. I've learned that through different companies working with them over the years, and that should be the same way in your garden. This organic perlite, I added perlite in my soil years ago, and I reused the same soil for years and years. So I think over that time of keep reusing it, like it just broke down in the soil, so I barely even see it anymore. So we gotta go ahead and re-amend our soils with some organic perlite. I thought this would be a bigger box, but we could rock with it. Oh yeah, and also I forgot, in this little envelope I had, read up on some Clonex rooting gel. I like buying these packets instead of the bottle, because these packets, you could use a small amount and then reseal the packet up. You know what I'm saying? And these last, one of these packets will easily last me a full year's worth of making clones. Easy. Anyway, also put the date on there. But yeah, you gotta have your Clonex rooting gel. I did a test between this and aloe vera, and even though aloe vera does work, and it is the organic version, Clonex rooting gel is just top tier, bro. Like, I've been rocking with Clonex rooting gel since I started growing. We out. What up, y'all? Today is August 18th, 2026, in our Cereal Edition clone run. Today is day 6 of week 5 veg, or day 34 veg, day 45 from clone. And it's, like I said, it's like night and day in here, y'all. Ever since I moved these plants under this light and lowered the light about 2 to 2.5 feet away from these clones, they just look like they just loving life right now. Now, we're gonna do a lot of stuff tonight. We're gonna go ahead and transplant them. I'm gonna feed them tonight. And also when I transplant, I'll finally get into the names. Just note that everybody made a complete recovery and we're looking mighty fine. We got 9 plants. We got space. We're gonna use up 2/3 of this grow tent with these plants. I keep 1/3 for my vegging plants and 2/3 for my marijuana plants. I might take this one out and put it right here on the outside so it don't have to be directly in the tent, so we can have just that much more room to grow. All right, y'all, quick update. Nothing much to see here, and we out. Peace.
If you ever fight with an Israelite, just know his might come from Most High. King Messiah, Lion of Judah, Israelite tribe. He mentioned in Revelation, descended from the sky. On a cloud, that's mother wisdom to be the world ruler. Before a tribe was started, it came from a man named Judah. Testament of Judah, accounts of all of his life. These most of the words he told his sons before he died. Chapter 21 of his testament summarized. Verse 1 through 4. Love Levi, and exalt not yourself against him, that he may abide. If you do, you will be utterly destroyed and die. Because Judah rules the kingdom. The priesthood is for Levi, and the kingdom is beneath the priesthood by the Most High. To Judah was given the things upon the earth, and Levi was given the things in heaven, higher. As the heaven is higher than the earth, wisdom, so is the priesthood higher than the earthly kingdom. Judah's testament 25, 2 and 3. 12 tribe blessings each individually. Levi the blessing, Judah the angel of the presence. Power of glory Simeon, Reuben with the heaven. Issachar the earth, and Zebulon the sea. Joseph got the mountain, the tabernacle Benji. Ephraim got a piece, but Edom Naphtali. The sun belongs to Gad, but the moon Asher. All the people of the Most High of Israel power. Judah Testament 24, 1 through 3. A star shall arise to you from Jacob in peace, and a man shall arise from Judah's seed, walking with the sons of men, righteous and meek. No sin shall be found in him, only good deeds. And heaven shall be open to him, pouring the Spirit. And the blessing of the Holy Father shall be with him. And he shall pour the Spirit of grace upon you. And ye shall be unto him, Son of truth, walking in his righteous commandment, first and last. His garment will be red in apparel when he come back. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning, the Mount Sinai was covered with lightning and thunder in a thick cloud, and the Most High voice like a trumpet exceedingly loud, to the point there was not a soul there who didn't tremble found. And Moses brought the people out the camp to meet with the Most High. The Most High descended in fire, smoke surrounded Mount Sinai. Everyone was in awe, and they stood on the other side. The whole mountain quaked greatly as Most High stood on the very top. Voice of trumpet called to Moses to come up and meet with God. Then God told Moses, go down, charge the people that are in a maze, lest they perish, looking at God with their eyes stuck in a gaze. And thou shalt set bounds unto all the people that round about, saying, take heed to yourselves that ye not go up to the mount, or touch the border of it. Who touch it surely shall be put to death. Then God spake all these holy words in the first 10 commandments. I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. This first, most important commandment, so keep. Thou shalt not make any graven image or likeness of anything in heaven above. Do not bow down or serve them, for I, the Most High, am a jealous power, handing out correction. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High thy power in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy and without stain. 6 days shalt thou labor, do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, of Most High thy power within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven, earth, the sea, and rested on the 7th day. Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long. Thou shalt not kill or commit adultery. It is extremely wrong. Thou shalt not steal or bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's possessions, then labeled as a hater. The people were shook from the thunder, smoke, and apparitions, so they stood afar off while Moses drew near to the thick darkness where God was. It is word that the Most High has spoke against you. Children of Israel, the family stuck under Pharaoh's rule. I brought you out of the land of Egypt, only you have I known. Of all the families of the earth, in Jacob my law will be sown. Therefore I will punish you all for your iniquity. Can two walk together on one accord, so they be agreed? Will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey? Can a bird fall in the snare where no jinn have a say? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city without Most High's okay? Surely the Most High will do nothing out of man man say. But he reveals his secrets to his servants, the prophets who wait. The Most High of heaven has spoken, who could not but prophesy. Published in the land of Egypt and palaces at Ashdod. America, the new Egypt. Israelite forced by ships. Deuteronomy 28:68 explains all of it. For they know not to do right, who store up violence and rob.